In today's video, I want to give a detailed explanation with regards to the UK NMC's update coming up on the 22nd January 2026. If you have not watched my previous video, I believe that whatever I'm going to say here will give a more clear explanation. But before that, I want to say a happy new year to you all. I'm very much grateful to all those who supported me last year, watched my videos, shared, liked and commented. What I want to apologize for is for the fact that there are some of you sent me messages that up till now I've not been able to reply. I want to say I apologize. There are other stuff that I do outside being on social media. So sometimes it's very difficult to combine these two stuff and it makes it difficult to reply to your messages. But I'm going to try as much as possible to be up and doing this year. When I made the earlier video, I had loads of questions coming in, and it is believed that if you have your UK NMC registration and you don't submit it by 22nd January 2026, you're going to lose it. There are some misconceptions I'm going to clear so far as this topic is concerned, and the other stuff I'm going to give more explanation to, so that if you don't understand anything, you get a detailed explanation to that, okay? But what I want to say is that if you have not subscribed to my channel, if you have not followed me on Facebook, on TikTok, please endeavor to search me on these platforms and follow me. It's the same name, it's Tag Watch Mine, across all platforms. Somewhere in December, the UK NMC sent emails to individual applicants who have their NMC registration ongoing. And the contents of the email was for the fact that they're going to update their NMC online to my NMC. Now, when this happens, there are a couple of things that are going to happen to applicants' NMC applications, and they had to send emails to everyone who has got their names on their register or who have got their names with the hope of registering with them. So one of my colleagues sent me the screenshot of the email, and I made a video about it. And for some of you follow me on TikTok and YouTube, you saw it, and I've had loads and loads of questions coming in. But before I dive into talking about that stuff with regards to this topic, I want to clear some misconceptions. First of all, people believe that when the new system comes on the 22nd January 2026, they're going to lose their NMC application. That is not the point. UK NMC categorically stated in the email that they will have records of your application. Even if you have to upload document again, even if you have to answer some questions again, they still have records of your application. The second thing I understand to the email that was sent to me or that I received from a colleague is for the fact that if you've done your CBT or if you've done your OSCE, all those tasks will be carried on to the new system, so you won't lose it. The thing I also want to say from my understanding is that whatever fee you have already paid, you're not going to pay that again. So you have to pay £140 for a verification and eligibility check. If you have done that, you're not going to pay that again. You have to pay £83 for your CBT. If you've done that, you're not going to do that again. You have to pay £794 for your OSCE. If you've done that, you're not going to do that again. So whatever payment you have made, you are not going to pay any other money again. So that is something you have to take into consideration. And they also made mention of the fact that there are some saved answers that will not be transferred to the new system. If you did your own application, you can remember that there were some questions you have to answer. When you click on next, the UK NMC gives you a summary of whatever answers you gave just for you to go through to see if it's all correct. Now, if it's correct, you click on next. Everything you've done is saved. What you said is that some saved answers may not be transferred to the new system. So when that happens, because you still have access to your application, you can go on the portal and then put in those answers again, and you are good to go. They've also said that some documents you have uploaded will not be transferred. So the question is, what are these documents? They never mentioned them in the email. So up to now, it's very unclear as to which documents you need to re-upload when the new system comes live. So let's talk about some of the documents you might have uploaded during your NMC application. It starts with uploading your passport. So the question is passport part? I'm not really too sure for now. But what I would say is that start keeping all these documents in a safe place. You also have to upload what you call your NMC registration certificate. That is the certificate your home country's NMC gave you. So the question is, will that document be transferred to the new system? I don't know yet, if you should ask me. The other document you have to upload is what we call the educational qualification. That is the qualification your educational institution gave you. So that document, as part of your application, you have to upload. But as to whether that will be transferred to the new system, no one knows at the moment. Now, when we skip into the second part of the application, you've got to upload an English language proficiency test. Is it that IELTS or OET, or you're using supporting information from your employer? The email never specified whether that will be carried on to the new system. So you have to make that ready as well. The other thing has to do with police clearance. We don't know whether that will be transferred to the new system as well. So you've got to make all these documents ready so that in case you're not transferred, you know you're going to do them again. But there's one thing I'm also thinking about. You see, if you did upload your police clearance, you know that the police clearance lasts for 6 months. So let's imagine the police clearance you uploaded is not being transferred to the new system. Now, what this means is that you're going to upload them again. Now, the question is, would the UK NMC accept an expired police clearance, or you've got to do it again? I can't really give an answer to this at the moment. But what I want to say is that if you have your NMC application ongoing, I will say these are some of the questions you've got to ask the UK NMC. They've got their number on their websites. Pick it up, give them a call, and ask questions. Put down all your questions, ask them. They will be able to tell you a bit more about it. This will help you to know the status of your application. Because if you're not going to accept an expired police clearance, then what that means is that you've either got to do another police clearance to keep your NMC registration ongoing. So this is the misconceptions I wanted to clear. And I just want you to understand that you're not going to lose your application. They have that in their records, but there are a few things that you have to, re-upload. There are a few questions that you have to answer, but it's very unclear which documents they are. It's very unclear which saved answers you have to answer again and whatsoever. So what I want you to say is that just go through the email again, sit back, write down your questions, and then call the NMC and ask them. It's better you get a clear view of your application so that you know the steps to take. Thank you very much for watching my video up to this point. If it has been very much helpful, what I want to say is that share this video to someone out there, like, comment, and then above all, subscribe and follow my pages. Thank you very much. Content creation. Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. Let's go! From the wood to the screen.